Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gmi back in the house. Miss Gmi for some reason is here. Go ahead.
What do you mean, for some reason?
All right, listen. I don't know why this guy XX iPad hasn't been getting his games in.
Maybe he's dead.
All right, what? All right,
whatchamacallit was dead that time.
who's that? What are you talking about?
Caliscaper?
Caliscaper.
Is he in this anymore?
Nah, Caliscaper getting his ass whipped. I don't even know what he's doing. I haven't even heard from him in a mad long time. Now that you say
really?
that, yeah, Caliscaper's a piece of shit. But after we beat his ass in fucking Family Feud, he hasn't been around. Fucking beat the shit out of his Mexican ass. But yeah, pretty much you can see the guys. Bottom line is, if you watch the last video, you'll know who's coming back and who's not. Mm-hmm. We got to just reassess it, see what's going on with it. But pretty much this was the last week 17. Mm-hmm. Now the playoffs were coming, so this right here is just this. I had a bye week because I was the second seed.
Okay.
Potato Head 9 was the first seed because he beat me.
Okay.
Even though our records are tied, he beat me that game when RG3 fumbled. And YF is the number 1 seed in the AFC, and I don't know who the hell the number 2 seed was. I'm not sure, but YF was the number 1 seed over there, and I was number 2 in the NFC. So pretty much we're gonna have to play. This is what's coming up right now is my divisional game, because Joe Boo won the wild card round, and that's pretty much what we're about to get into right now. But we have some other topics. Like we just spoke about, you don't believe that there's any such thing as a clean athlete.
Nope.
Which is what I have to remember that video is called. Even though I'm saying it live on the air, so hopefully the video has a different name.
You so stupid.
But what the fuck is this? What am I showing here? Why do I have something else going on here? I don't even know when I edited this. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so Primetime beat the fuck out of VA Kid. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. This game couldn't be connected, so it had to be sim because EA Sports is stupid.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, so no, but the winner that was supposed to win won.
What is that 91 one? You went past it so fast.
That was that was the new guy that just made the playoffs. I went back to it. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing shit.
Why?
That's Mr. Jingles, Kansas City.
Damn.
Yeah, unstoppable.
Yeah. Shit beat out of him.
That nigga right there is garbage, and I don't really.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
How
really
did he make it to the postseason.
That nigga garbage. You know what I'm saying? And then Joe Boo ass raped Aquaman, who I just beat in week 17. So pretty much this is Joe Boo. Because I'm the number 2 seed, so I get the higher seed of who won. Mm-hmm. And you saw VAK got his ass whipped, so Joe Boo is coming to my town.
All right.
So pretty much you coming over here to Arizona. You see that beak? I'm about to stick the yellow beak right in his asshole.
That's gonna hurt.
All right. So what?
It has a sharp point. That's not good.
All right. So pretty much you said we were gonna talk about the man with 2 penises.
No.
All right.
We cannot talk about that until I have a drink or 2 or 3 in my system.
All right. Let's look. I'm trying to figure out. All right. Let's talk about.
And I've been drinking the vodka straight. I'm trying to man up.
No, you're ready for that.
No, that's what I'm telling you. I have been doing it.
That's how I like to do it.
I've been drinking it straight.
All right, so listen,
this is what
we're gonna talk about.
I'm gangster like that.
We're gonna talk about the Immaculate Conception. All right, and
oh wow, you really want to go on some religious stuff?
No, I'm not going for the religious aspect. I'm talking about from realistic aspect. Cause like I'm gonna tell you what I would tell you if I didn't fuck you and you said you was pregnant with somebody else's baby.
It's not somebody else's baby. It's God's baby. And God is not a person.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna.
So if I just wake up one morning and I'm pregnant,
okay,
and I didn't do anything to get pregnant, then obviously,
okay,
you get pregnant by swallowing.
What do you mean you get pregnant by swallowing?
What?
What are you talking about?
Because how else did it happen?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I was ovulating. I felt it. I was ovulating earlier too.
Okay, I don't give a shit what you were doing, but I'm gonna tell you this.
I don't care when I ovulate.
Okay, I don't give a shit when you're ovulating, but if you tell me that you got a baby, you're pregnant, you think it's funny? Listen, this whole immaculate conception. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you fucking tell me, yo, listen, get the fuck up.
Why are you getting mad? You just started talking about this stuff and getting mad at me. Yeah. I didn't do anything.
Because women think it's funny to walk around and talk about immaculate conceptions.
First of all, at this point in my life, if I were to get pregnant, you wouldn't even know.
Okay.
I'd go take care of that.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm not doing that.
All right, listen. How can you tell another man that you're pregnant, but...
Women do it all the time.
Do what all the time?
All the time.
Women do what all the time?
They be 6 months pregnant and sleep with a guy one time and then be like, listen, it's yours. And he'll be like, all right, let me do what I got to do.
And then in 3 months, the baby's there?
In 3 months, the baby's there. He done wifed her and everything else. If you have a sucker, then do what you gotta do. Take advantage.
Okay. What? What are you talking about? Who?
I'm just saying, like, what guy you say, oh my God, an angel came down and spoke to me and he said, I'm gonna have God's baby. Even though I won't let you hit it, this angel came down. He hit it.
This is what I would do. I want to holler at the angel because I'm gonna fuck him up.
But he.
No, listen.
So stupid.
What are you talking? What?
But the angel's not gonna just come back and talk to you. He did what he had to do.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, how did it actually happen?
I don't know. She closed her eyes and she was pregnant.
All right, listen, look.
She was a virgin, so she didn't know. She didn't understand it. He was an angel. He had wings and a halo. It was a bright light.
Okay, look, I'm gonna rip that shit off his head. Listen, hold on, wait a minute. Look. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta know what you're talking about, though.
I'm just saying.
What are you saying? Because you think this shit is funny. I'm saying as a man, it's not funny.
If you're sleeping in your bed and all of a sudden an angel just comes down and says, "Listen, we got to do it for the world." Okay. You got to do what you got to do. It's for the world, to save the world.
So okay, and you know what's crazy? It's also Halloween. Now, if a guy comes down dressed in a fucking angel outfit with a bright light,
he has wings,
with the halogen lamp that you think that is bright lights, he comes down with a halo, and he said, "Let's do it."
If I don't see the wires holding him up and he's flying, then clearly he's an angel, and I have to do what I have to do. I have to sacrifice myself for the world.
Okay, all right. Look, okay. This is why certain females get shot, stabbed, and fucking.
What are you talking about? It's an angel sent by God above.
Okay, listen. First of all, how are you still a virgin?
Because he didn't. You make me. I'm going to say something stupid.
What do you mean?
Listen.
What do you mean you're going to say something stupid? What do you mean you're going to say something stupid? This whole fucking situation is stupid. What are you talking about?
I'm a virgin because angel penises don't count.
What?
Angel penises don't count. If you have sex with an angel, it doesn't count.
So yo, I'm about to fucking punch you right in your fucking face.
Why are you getting so mad at me? You brought up a stupid topic.
Would YouTube not show my video if I called it Angel Penises Don't Count?
I don't know. I don't know. You have to be one of those really, really, really popular channels to put stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
In your title.
I'm probably not going to do that. But listen, the bottom line is this. If just think about it this way. That stupid ass movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger did when he got pregnant, Junior, with him and Danny DeVito or something. I don't know if it was Danny DeVito, but something when they both had babies, they did the experiment. Mm-hmm. If a man could get pregnant, how would that make you feel as a woman? If it was flipped and your husband got pregnant because you had the penis, everything was switched, and he said that an angel banged him.
Yo, I'm done.
You're done what? I'm
done. Like, the angel bang you, then the angel can pay your bills, and the angel could buy diapers and do all the other kind of stuff.
So
I'm
you're
not raising somebody else's kid.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know right now.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm not doing that.
All right, so wait a minute. It was funny before.
It was real funny before.
Okay.
But now you're trying to flip stuff.
Okay, so
I'm just not funny, I'm not doing that.
I'm just letting you know how I feel from a man point of view.
Oh.
Like, if you gonna tell me that an angel came down and fucked you, but his penis don't count.
It doesn't count. He's an angel.
But you pregnant, though.
But it didn't count.
But what? Listen, look, I can't imagine the conversation they had.
He probably said something like, listen, we want you to still be a virgin, so I'm only going to do it in your butt, but you're going to get pregnant from the butt. But you're still going to be a virgin. Her labor must have been insane, because if you've never had a penis in your vagina and your hymen is still there, how's a baby coming out? That's impossible.
All right, listen.
How is a baby being born through a vaginal canal that still has a hymen intact? She would have died giving birth, and they didn't have technology back then. She was in a goddamn barn. That shit is insane. She would have died. All types of infection and everything else. Her hymen was never broken. Do you know how small a vagina is when the hymen is not broken? That's crazy.
All right. What are you talking about?
I don't know. You wanted to talk about this stupidness.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, like, you ain't gonna play me. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, so you can't be Joseph. Joseph is one of those guys that be like, wait, we didn't do anything. How are you pregnant? She was like, listen, it was an angel. He was like, okay, I'll go to work and pay and buy diapers for the Angel's baby.
Okay, so you're saying that there's men out there that actually do that?
Hell yeah.
You making a face like you know of something. What the fuck? Who's
Of
doing
course,
that?
you hear about it all the time.
Who the fuck's doing that?
I'm trying to think of examples. But all the time. As a matter of fact, the actor that we like from Africa, I think he's from Africa, Idris Elba, something like that.
Idris Elba. He was just Nelson Mandela.
He just found out that his 18-year-old kid is not his.
Stop fucking
or something
playing.
like that. I just read that somewhere.
Stop
Maybe
fucking
it's
playing
not
with
true.
me.
I have to look it up.
It's probably not true.
But yo, he just found out. People do it all the time.
Listen, I need somebody to leave a comment. People
all
finding out when?
time.
What? People
find out when a person's an adult. Now at that point, you already paid the money. You have a relationship with the kid.
At that point,
it's effed up.
No, at that point, I don't care. The relationship with the kid remains the same. I was their father.
Exactly.
But the mom is finished.
But it happens.
No, I'm just saying. But look, as a man, if I raise somebody and I, you know what I'm saying, and I believe that my wife had no reason to do what was right and get fucked by the mailman, after I find out, that's still my kid. Cause I done put in fucking mad time.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna shun the kid. But I'm saying is if I know prior, like Joseph know he didn't bang that shit. That's what my point is. If you know you didn't fuck her but she pregnant, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was in GQ. He reveals a child he thought he father was not his. Let me read it real quick.
All right,
basically,
wait a minute.
There's guys out there that are dumb.
Okay, so
there's guys out there that are dumb. I'm not saying that he was dumb, but there's guys out there that you can take advantage of.
So you're saying that it's a guy. There's guys out there that could not hit it, but no, like
if you're
Joseph.
that dumb.
Okay. So there's a limit.
Joseph.
So you got to say that you got to at least hit it once.
At least hit it one time.
Even though the baby's coming next month.
At least hit it one time.
All right, so the baby's coming next month, but you hit it one time, and then she says, "I'm pregnant."
Yo, if you're that dumb.
All right, listen. So that's what I'm asking. Are there men out there that are that stupid?
Yes, there are. I'm trying to read what happened to him.
All right, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Idris Elba is no way. I can see it in his. He a sucker for love type nigga.
He might be.
Oh my goodness. Yo, listen.
He's going on like press things saying.
I missed that goddamn field goal again. He's what?
He's a proud father of a little baby boy.
Of the baby boy that was what? The boy, as you say, he turned 18.
Hold on, he might not have been 18.
What?
He has a daughter.
What kind? Yo, what kind of reporter are you?
Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
You keep talking while I'm reading.
All right, listen. No, I am gonna keep talking. But I'm just saying, what kind of reporter are you? You're saying that people are 18, but he just had a newborn baby. And by the way, he was great in The Wire, which I want to start watching again. I gotta watch it again. That series is fucking unbelievable. I think I'm just gonna sit there and drink fucking Patron and watch The Wire.
The kid wasn't 18. The kid wasn't 18.
All right, I know that, but go ahead.
The kid wasn't 18.
How old was the kid?
Basically, what happened was
go ahead.
He was dating this girl.
Okay,
she had a baby.
He fucked her.
I hope so.
Okay, go ahead.
He's dating this girl. She had a baby. He's telling all types of interviewers and everything else that now his oldest daughter is going to be a big sister and everything else.
Okay.
So
is the older daughter his?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Then somebody said something about it in another interview, and he's like, I only have one child. I only have a daughter.
Okay.
So it turns out people around the situation were like, listen, that kid is not yours.
Okay.
And he said he suspected something when the kid looked nothing like him.
All right, look, okay.
No.
There's no way he said that. It's no way he said that.
It wasn't immediately obvious. Well, it was because he didn't look like me.
That nigga's
That's
stupid.
That's a direct quote.
Yeah, that nigga's stupid.
But it wasn't immediately obvious what had gone down.
Yeah, that nigga's stupid.
So because everybody's in his ear, he took a paternity test.
Okay.
And the test determined that it wasn't his.
That nigga's stupid.
So he thought he was having a son, and then it hurt him because he was like, he said it was taken away from him. But he was telling everybody that he had a son.
Okay, but
I got a new son. Oh my god!
Has the baby been born yet?
Yeah, the baby was born, and he's looking at the baby, and the baby has blonde hair and blue eyes. So
and Chinese.
Okay. So he's like,
but the woman was Puerto Rican.
Maybe.
Okay. He said maybe.
Said he's looking.
Listen,
not me, myself, and Irene. That's so stupid.
I can't.
The kid can't look that much off from you, and you just be like, yo. He looks like his mother's great-grandfather's sister's neighbor. You can't do that.
Why?
Obviously, you gotta be realistic.
Why can't you do that though?
Because, first of all, he has a lot more to lose than just the average, everyday
Okay, but what I'm saying
person.
is, at what point did he find out? Like, he just took, like, once he realized the baby was Chinese and African with a Malaysian dick?
It seems like it happened from this article. It seems like it happened pretty quickly.
Pretty quick. Okay, so he saw right away that it wasn't his baby.
He saw right away it wasn't his baby, but then people close to him said that something was wrong and the child may not have been his.
Alright, so the baby basically looked like actual cartoon Stewie.
I think
yeah,
so.
Cartoon Stewie's
it had
face.
that football head.
Alright, okay. Alright, so are there men out there that are really that stupid?
Yes.
But how?
Most people don't want to believe that they're being cheated on.
Okay.
Most people just want to be comfortable in a relationship and they don't want to really think about what's going on.
Okay.
And they pull the wool over their head.
Okay.
People do that in general. That's why people stay in relationships and everything else, because they don't want to believe that things are as bad as they are.
Okay, I got you.
So you're dating a girl and somebody like this, like, you have so much to lose.
Okay.
Of course she's going to be the perfect woman. Any woman that is trying to get a paycheck is going to do whatever the hell she has to do.
Okay.
And she's going to seem like that perfect woman. But you have to really be realistic. That's why it bothers me to see a lot of these athletes when they have a high school sweetheart, somebody who was there before you had everything. And she was really there for you, helping you with your homework and studying because you had to practice.
Well, some of them are like that. Some of them are high school sweethearts with a plan from the beginning. Because these kids are being recruited since 12, 13. Just so you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
But there's some of them that, they're really there, and then you make it big, and then you go with some girl because she's part Chinese, part African American, and she, like these girls put themselves in a position in order to get a guy like that. That's why I don't feel sorry for those girls when their guys cheat on them.
But that's all part of the plan, though. But what I'm saying is, like, are you mad at Dwayne Wade? He has a new baby. He's with the girl, Gabrielle Union.
Listen, I'm mad at him, but yes, I'm mad at him because of that.
Okay.
I'm mad at him because of that.
Okay. Why? Because you got 2 minutes to tell me why.
Because if you're on a break and it's possible that you're going to get back together, you don't get somebody pregnant. You don't know what a condom is. You can't afford a condom.
I'm going to give you my point of view about
it. So now he's running a risk of giving the other girl that he supposedly is in love with, he's run the risk of giving her a disease. F all the baby nonsense, because he can afford to take care of the baby, even though as a woman, wait a minute, we're taking a break and I'm trying to get you to marry me so we can have a family, but then you give this bitch a kid? Mm-hmm. So I got to be a stepmother to yet another kid that is not mine? Mm-hmm. So now all these kids that come first before you're a kid with her. And that's how a woman's mind works. In the court of law, at least in this state, the first baby gets most of the money. Yeah. So we can be totally in love and get married and everything else. That first baby mother gets the preference when it comes to being taken care of. Okay. That's effed up. That was effed up for him to do that.
Okay, look, I'm just going to tell you straight out. I didn't appreciate what he did. As a man, that's not a manly thing to do. If you're going to hit these hoes up, you don't hit these hoes up raw dog. Especially when you're dealing with another high profile female like that.
Yeah, somebody that they're passing around. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Like, what? I'm talking about Gabrielle Union. I'm saying you have a
No, the girl that he got pregnant has babies by the
other Wayans brother, and he is a fucking asshole because the Wayans don't roll like that. Yeah. Who's that? Damon Wayans' son?
Two.
That's Damon Wayans' son doing that stupid shit?
Damon Wayans Jr. Damon Wayans got two by him.
Damon Wayans better check his son like, yo, dumbass, like, bro.
And if you see a girl got 2 kids by another high profile person, so you think that she's not going to do something with you?
All right, we got to cut this off. This video's ending. I have no idea what happened in this whole video, but hopefully we come back soon.
2 penises coming next.